Hello. Since I am waiting for another piece to dry in between steps, I thought I would use the same colors that I have in my palette to go ahead and start another negative space painting on here. So I've got some circles drawn, and I'm going to start by getting my paper wet. Now, you don't have to start by drawing anything. You can just start with your light background and then start drawing. But I've went ahead and just added 4 circles there. And you want to start out with light values when you're doing this, because as you go, the values will get darker. And the idea of negative space painting is to not paint the object, but to paint around the object. But right now, I am doing my first layer, which is the background. And again, you want that to be a light value, because as you add more layers, you're going to get darker. Bring that out more. And then as you add more layers, these first circles will look white. Kind of cool, but they won't be. There we go. So now I've got to wait for this one to dry. So it looks like my background is dry enough. Boy, this paper really buckled. I wonder if I can flatten that out a little bit. They say that if you don't want your paper to buckle, tape it down. Well, I do tape it down, but it still buckles. So explain that to me. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go around the circles. We're going to paint around the circles. We're going to paint the negative space around the circles. That is negative space painting. So we're going to hit this over here with some red. And we're not going to go too dark, because there's going to be another layer. So I've got my first layer on around the circles. See how the circles just kind of popped right out of there? They look white, and as I add each layer, these will appear to be more white as the negative space keeps getting painted darker. And I'm really having a hard time with the English language today. So this will be really cute when it's finished. Circles are one of the easiest ones to do, and it's really cute. So I'll see you in a minute because that's got to dry. So it looks like I'm ready for another layer. This is dry enough. I can still feel that it's damp. It should be dry, but I am going to take a chance and go for it. I hope my dogs don't start barking. My little one just did. If they start barking, I will try and mute that for you. Oh, I forgot to draw more circles. What the heck? Okay, we're going to stop right there. I was distracted by the dogs. Okay. This is a helix ruler. Helix. You can get these on Amazon for about $6. They've got fancier, dancier ones that you can pay more for if you so desire. But this does circles around the outside. It has these little circles in here, and I don't know if you can see. Wait, let me get a white piece of paper. They have, like, you can mark perfectly the four sides of a circle. Now, these are like if you want to do a half circle or maybe a rainbow. See? Now the zero here, this piece is if you want to do pie shapes. For instance, I can do a pie shape. See, here's a pie shape. And you can find exact angles that way. So you line it up to 0, this arrow to 0, and here's your 90-degree angle, 180-degree, to a, you know, it just goes on. I mean, this is the greatest little thing. Okay, onward. So we've got some more drawn in. Now we get to start painting again. Okay. So now we go a little bit darker, and we still go around all the shapes. We don't paint inside the shapes, we paint outside of them. So we're painting the negative space. Oh, I have one more right there that I want to get. I'm trying to put bubbles where all the transition colors are. See, I've got them all here where all the colors transition, so that excuse me, so I don't have to worry about mixing the colors. There we go. Okay. So this is a Uniball Signo 207. So I went ahead and signed my work. This one was okay. I did learn a little something, though, about this pen. I wouldn't recommend this pen on heavily textured watercolor paper. I didn't like a lot of the lines, as I'm sure some of you noticed, that I kind of struggled with some of the lines. I felt like paint built up on the pen and I had to like come over on scratch pad and get it off the pen or something. I don't know what was going on, but I wasn't really happy with the performance on heavy textured watercolor paper. Now I have used this pen on other paper and I have been just fine with it. So I did switch to my microline pen and I went back over some of these areas to make them a little bit better. And using my Tombow, I really did like using the Tombow for making a lot of these shadows. That worked really, really well, so I did not have a problem there. As everybody knows, Tombow is one of the top quality pens, markers for artwork. So that being said, I'm glad that you watched. I do hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon.